Shameless plug incoming. Today's episode is brought to you by the book Everyone is a Sinner But Me, available now at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Pre-recorded from Volpes Studios, it's the MCS1 show featuring Caleb Hanna and now your host, MCS1.
Welcome everyone to another exciting edition of MCS1 show. I'm MCS1. Once again joined via satellite by my dear friend Caleb Hanna.
What up?
How you doing?
Oh, just living the dream.
Living the dream.
Up here on my satellite.
Oh, nice. So we got a
it's pretty cool.
we got a fun topic today. So we're knocking out all these kind of like rehashes of these shows I've done that we've done in the past. And one of them that we had a while ago was People That Ruin Parties.
Yep.
And that one was like way fun. And it's even more hilarious. It's just a good show in general. You can check it out on the website. My favorite thing is I started making like these crazy cool thumbnails for every episode, and the one I did for the People That Ruin Parties episode, it's just phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
it is. It's this. It's basically this stock photo I have, where this girl is just like, I don't know, she's getting ready to just chug some massive amounts of liquor and just looks like a total biatch. And like it's one of those things like you can take the bitch out of the party, but you can't take the party out of the bitch. It's that chick. And then there's this other chick just staring at her, just giving her like a glare. Like,
yeah, I love the chick staring at her.
She's like, you've
honestly
ruined my night long enough, Shireen.
It looks like she's about to
I've had just
her.
about enough of you.
Yeah, dude, seriously. She looks like she's about to murder that girl. Like, she's just like, I am going to kill you. So satisfying.
Oh, man.
Slow.
And so
and then I'm going to post it on Tumblr.
Pretty much. So for the thumbnail today, for the people I don't want to talk to, it's actually filled with pictures of BYU kids.
I mean, those are the people
I don't want to talk to. So we kind of covered the people that ruin parties, and I don't think we have much more to say. But I thought this group of people I don't want to talk to, they're kind of similar type of people. Because they're people you just don't want to associate with on any level.
Well, yeah, and they're like, they're the people that you're just like, man, every time I see this person, even like from a distance, you're like,
it's like you're just like pulling your like baseball cap down, putting on your sunglasses.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I really hope they don't come over to talk to me, kind of thing. It's like when you walk through the mall and there's this kiosk in the middle. And there's always someone like, hey, man. And they're shouting at you for some sort of thing that polishes your nails. Which I clearly don't think I have a use for. But, yeah.
I mean, no, you don't.
Speaking of that, who goes to a shopping center, mall, or wherever with the intention of buying one of those things?
I mean,
because when you go to something like that, you go to like buy clothes or other merchandise. I don't think anyone goes to a mall and it's like, man, I really want one of those stupid things you can shine up your nails with, like those weird bricks. Man.
Yeah, and then or okay, this one too. You're walking through the food court and one of those idiots just happens to be over there. You should come check out our nail filing bricks. And you're just like, I just wanted to
Yeah,
buy a
those
corn dog."
people buy a corn dog? Who goes
I
to
don't
the
know.
mall
What do you
with
buy
the
at malls
intention
for
of buying
food?
a corn dog? I don't think people
I don't
just.
know why is hot dog on a stick so
All
successful.
right, fair point. Yeah, those people at the mall with the those nail things. They're just designed to grab customers. Like for
Oh yeah, which is a great image because of the nail thing.
yeah, no
I get it.
kidding.
I
But
get it. I get jokes.
yeah, there's some. I didn't intend for those people to be on this list, but there's some people I never want to talk to right there. But
Absolutely.
let's get started with
agree.
this list. This is going to be a fun one. We kind of mentioned this a little bit already, but BYU fans, students. I'm not saying everyone at BYU, to be honest. There are a few
Sure.
good people
Sure.
there. I gotta admit, some of my best friends went there. But for the most part, I'm gonna stereotype and label and all that stuff that I try to stop doing on this show, but somehow perpetuate.
I mean, let's be honest, okay, about stereotypes. Some of them
And
exist.
so
because they're
yeah,
real. This is obviously one of those
exactly.
stereotypes that is
So
real.
definitely BYU fans, and then this is kind of recap a little bit from what we talked about in our previous show. That did we have a name for? Because we both know the raving BYU fan. Who I like how I could just say.
Oh
that,
yeah.
And we both know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Oh
yeah, absolutely.
We didn't have a.
because
Yeah.
We've
So
talked
like
about
when
this
he
a lot.
lost the Holy War, when he was living in my apartment complex, and we talked about the guy on the show. I don't know if did we give him a nickname at all, or
Yep. I don't remember, but we can just
so
call him the
BYU
BYU
he lived like a
dweeb.
couple doors down from me, and gosh, he was just so self-centered. And I remember during the Holy War, and I didn't really know
Yep.
what was going on. Holy War football game. I stopped in there just I heard he was throwing a party. I was gonna get some food, and BYU's losing, and it's towards the end with the where you kick the football, go to the goal kick during this year, and then University of Utah fans kept rushing the field and all this other stuff. Premature victory, but anyway, BYU was losing and lost this game in the end. But I walk in, he's like, "Don't say anything." Like he just assumes that I spent my whole Saturday watching this game, and I was just there for the free snacks because my other friends lived in that apartment with them.
I mean,
yeah, and I'm like,
that's a good reason to be there.
What's going on? He's like, "You really don't know?" And yeah, so like I didn't even know. And I didn't even know. And so
you didn't even know.
Anyway, they end up losing. I'm just like,
yeah,
whatever type of thing. I think you mentioned he used to work with the BYU dweeb. And, yeah, and you mentioned like one time.
Yeah, I don't like
it.
him.
It was after a Holy War weekend. He came back to work like he had been crying all weekend. Like his eyes were.
Oh yeah, dude, his eyes were puffy. They were red. It looked like he'd been pummeled all weekend on the cheeks. And I was like, I guess he has.
Yeah,
emotionally.
These are the BYU fans that I'm referring to that I never want to talk to. The ones that I walk into a room and they just assume that I know what's going on in their little world. No, I don't. It was.
You mean you don't?
Boy, gosh. Yeah, and I gotta say, most BYU fans are just. I gotta say, I think pretentious is a good word, but arrogance is probably my favorite word with this.
I will agree with that 100%.
Yeah, and I got
especially say, that whole the Lord's University thing. And it's
because
because Jesus cares
or whatever. And I think that anyone who refers to their school as the Lord's University is automatically just a huge asshole. Like there's no way of not.
Oh, I agree.
I had a
agree
friend,
100%.
former friend. I want to say this, former friend.
Right.
A friend. I wouldn't say a friend of me. It's the same guy
A frenemy.
who I mentioned a couple shows ago who was trying to recruit me for summer sales and ended up backing out of the summer sales he was trying to recruit me for, telling me I was going to make so much money.
Yeah.
He actually called me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What the
He
hell
actually
is
called me
up with that,
a few months ago, left a voicemail, and transcribed in my voicemail box. And I took a screenshot of it, and I just wrote on it, I wrote "fuck me," and I sent it to a couple people that knew him as well, and they were just laughing their asses off. And one of them was like, he probably just wants to sell you something. And at this point, I made the executive decision, one, not to call him back, but two, to block his number. And probably three, later on sometime, probably change my number.
Smart. It's a smart decision.
Ain't nobody got time to deal with that. But this same individual, he eventually went to BYU, but before he was even going, he had a notebook that I saw him carry around. And on this notebook, it said school, because it was like an old composition notebook type of thing. And for the school, he put the Lord's University. And I'm just like, gosh, you are such a poser.
Ew.
Like it was just beyond ridiculous to me.
Yep.
So yeah, anyone who refers to BYU or their school as the Lord's University, automatically a huge asshole and someone I do not want to talk to.
Yes, I agree. That's just and it's like
not even.
It's like you said, not all BYU students are this way, you know. But the ones that
it's like the 1%
are absolutely the most annoying people to be around.
Group, is the cause for the stereotype. And in this case, we are speaking of the 1%. But unfortunately, our view is so jaded,
and they're always
that it's kind of spilled over into the rest of the 99.
Yeah. Yep. It sure has. And I'm sorry about that to the peoples, but
now here's the worst part.
Maybe go ahead and try to fix the rest of the people that are part of your group.
There's going to be some guy who's listening. Actually, I highly doubt this, but there's going to be someone.
Yep.
Fictional person who's obviously not listening, but is hypothetically in this. And we're gonna go through all of these things, and they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm all of these. What is FMCS one, man?" You know, that type of thing. Probably. So next,
I'm sure that guy stopped listening long ago.
For people I never want to talk to, people who talk about Top Gun like it's the best movie ever. It had to be said.
Okay, thank you.
And here's the other thing: there's no 1% spilling out into the 99%. It
absolutely had to be said.
People who talk about Top Gun like it's the best movie ever, they're just a straight 100% on this one.
Nope, this is all of them.
Like,
yep, all of them. I freaking hate these people. Like, I'm sorry that I'm a little bit more passionate about this one than the BYU. Because I think I've become sensitized to the BYU
the other
fans.
Thing is, I haven't really ran into any of these Top Gun people in a while. Oh yeah, it's like when you run into that relative that you see.
No, but every time you do, man, it just leaves this lasting impression.
And they just suck. Like you're just like, oh man, I wonder what Ted's up to.
Oh god.
And you walk up to him, and Ted's like,
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like, hey man, you want to hang out, watch some Top Gun? It's like
and
the
he's watching
greatest movie
Top Gun,
ever.
probably.
Just like a huge like allegory of my life. And it's like, Ted, you haven't even finished high school because you dropped out because you were on that. Yeah, I just, Top Gun's so great.
Yeah.
You just don't understand. But
so I had to drop out because Top Gun is so important.
So I want to say first off,
you're just like,
glad Hot
okay,
Shots
cool.
did a parody of this movie. Because honestly, it laid the groundwork for Hot Shots Part 2 or Dukes, Ducks, whatever. And honestly, that movie, Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, whatever the hell.
Probably my favorite parody movie. I rank it. Yeah, and I view it as
really okay.
And I know I'm gonna.
That is a good. It's a good one. I'm not saying it's
great
not,
parody movie.
Yeah,
because after this, I mean, there was like the Naked Gun movie, Spy Hard, and a couple other things. So, no, and those ones, and they were good.
I mean,
I
love Leslie
into like scary movie mode.
That guy is hilarious.
Where everything was, and Scary Movie was like good when it came out. Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Scary Movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Good movie. Good, not great. But then everything after that was based like off a Scary Movie, which was all like pretty much references to more pop culture than anything. And Hot Shots, the references it had were timeless, but it had a lot of its own jokes. Whereas Scary Movie did not. It was just too parody.
Yep. I agree.
It didn't have a lot of its own self-sustaining jokes. And then everything after that just tried to be Scary Movie. My guilty pleasure, by the way, is Epic Movie, written by 2 of the 6 writers of Scary Movie. Epic Movie has like a 2.7 rating on IMDb. Everyone hates it, but I love it. Don't love it more than Hot Shots, but I love it.
Sure. I'm trying to think. It's kind of like what was it called? Remember the superhero movie parody?
A lot of these came out like early
like Dragonfly or something.
2000s, and there's just so many that you're just like,
awful.
What are these? Epic Movie is one of those, despite how much I love it.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm happy that it laid the ground. The Top Gun laid the ground for.
That's fair.
For Hot Shots. But that aside, the pseudo bros that seem to Top Gun just really pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
oh god, yeah, no, they're the worst. Oh god, no, I hate them. I hate them all. And like, okay, for me, and I mean, I think that we were probably going to talk about this at some point anyway,
the Archer references.
The only good thing for me that came out of Top Gun was Archer references.
Yeah.
Other than that, like every time he does the Lana, and he's like, "Danger Zone." Could you call Kenny Loggins for me? Because you're in the
and the thing about that is
like all of that.
It's also
awesome,
making
but the rest of it, I'm just like, eh. Yes, exactly. Because the thing is that Archer is like the worst person on the planet. First of all, I love him to death, but he is the fucking worst. Like, if you could think of literally the embodiment of everything that's wrong with self-centered people, narcissistic people, assholes that, like, well, okay, all right, but
fictionally,
but okay, so yes, but like, okay, but a thing that doesn't go with Good Angel though is people that are just naturally good at everything, and because that's what Archer is. Archer's like this like incredibly lucky / talented spy who's amazing at everything spy related, despite never working for it. So he's like that guy that, I mean, honestly, everybody would love to hate that guy. And then he references Top Gun, and it's like, yes, that's the guy who references Top Gun. Like, that's the only person, except that everyone in the real world that references Top Gun, they lack his talent, his good looks, and his incredible luck. So basically, they're just gigantic piles of shit who suck at everything.
And
then
and they're always hanging out having these
"Danger zone," and you're
shirtless
just like,
volleyball sessions.
oh, fuck you. Oh yeah, their beer gouts like sticking out. Oh, but dude, don't worry though, because like I just don't think core is that important. It's all about biceps,
Oh, hold on.
Like, yeah, but
we'll
your
get more
biceps
into
are
that
flabby.
later.
Just stop.
I got a section about that.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, that's the one we're talking about next. But I want to mention this point.
Oh, okay.
About the Top Gun fanatics. The thing that like probably upsets me the most is the things they refer, like within their group they try to have Top Gun themed names. I've seen this 2 maybe 3 times in my life with separate groups of people that have done this. I'm not kidding. It's kind of creepy. In different parts of the US that I've lived. I've seen one in Iowa, okay. I saw one in LA, and I kind of saw a little bit of one in Utah. But these are the people that like have like Top Gun nicknames.
Okay.
For all their friends in their group. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, so yeah, or Jester, Viper, Hollywood,
like,
Maverick.
This is Iceman.
The worst Top Gun name, or the worst name of all, Merlin. Take that, Merlin. Mic drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
But not really. Though, we gotta keep going.
We were kind of talking about like the bros for gym time a little bit, and you said biceps. Here's another one I have. People who say the words quads, lats, and pecs in casual conversations. These are people I just cannot stand talking to. Like if I start hearing the word quads, like around, I'm just like, no, I got to get out of here. Where's the exit? Like it's always super bad. And the thing is, you can't talk to these guys about anything else except maybe Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. But like, oh man, okay, but like, I want to add to that list though. People that refer to their biceps as bis and their triceps as tries, and they're just like, oh yeah, I got a really good bi workout. Like my bis are just killing, dude. And my tries, man. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened to my bis and my tries. And I'm just like, are you referring to your sexuality? Because you need to stop. All right. Like, good Lord, man. I mean,
guys.
Number one. Who the hell calls them bis?
Dude, right? Good work, Jester.
Oh, I just got a really good biceps workout, but I'm going to call them bis.
Oh, Chet.
Yeah. And then they always have that friend named, like, Chet. And, yeah, and Chet's over there working on his pecs. It's like, oh, Chet, man, look at that workout that Chet's getting on over there. Oh, you're right, Bill. Bill, look at that workout
that Chet's getting. All these guys is,
man, I just want to fucking
like when you go to the gym and you start working out, you never get chicks. It's always these dorks as well. It's kind of counterintuitive for why you go to the gym. I mean, yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Another group of people I never want to talk to is people who refer to other men as gents. Well, yeah, pretty much. I think gents is just another level of cringe to me. This is probably the equivalent of what you just mentioned, like with the tries and bis, but with gents. It puts on a really fake fucking facade.
Oh yeah.
That you are like, we're professional, but we're cool. And here's the thing.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I didn't really see this much, except in the workforce in Utah. What the fuck? Like, I saw this in company emails, like between one of my old bosses.
I agree.
Clients. The clients would use it. What the hell? It was the stupidest thing. I'm just like, what is this? What is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Well,
you're just
and
like,
here's the
okay,
best part.
maybe we
Every time
could just
they
not
use this word,
do
they tried
this.
to use it as like to soften the blow that they were gonna like be a dick to you in an email or in a meeting. They're like, gents, I hate all of you. You're screwing up, like that type of thing. It was that bad. It was kind of like it defeated the purpose of using it so much. We just kind of were conditioned to know this is a terrible thing that is coming after the word gents happens.
Yeah, well, anytime anybody says gents, like, okay, so, okay. Remember how I recently got laid off from another job or whatever? That guy, the essential oils guy, yeah, he did it, and he always said,
yeah, I think this should be a red flag.
Like, who are you? Yep. The second you
you should be.
From now on, I'm just like really wary of people that say gents.
So away from the gent sayers.
Yes.
The other gent sayers. The other person I can stand and not talk to is the asshole who's always showing off pressure points. What's with this guy? It's like, did magic not pan out for you for stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is like I mean, not much. I mean, I don't really need to go into details about this guy, but this guy, terrible.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
It's kind of, they remind me so much of the. I think you mentioned this in one of our very first episodes, Caleb. And I think it was in like People Can't Let Go of High School episode. The guy that plays intramural co-ed sports that takes it seriously.
Yeah,
that guy is the same guy that
takes
the asshole
it way too seriously. Yep.
It's like, I'm gonna prove I'm a hard ass in front of everyone at this party where you're supposed to meet people, make friends.
Yep.
Or in this case, just be a douche.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that guy is he's the worst. He's the worst. He's the worst.
Jean-Ralphio's sister.
What's her name from Parks and Rec?
Mona Lisa Saperson.
Jean-Ralphio's sister. What's her name again?
Oh man.
Anyway, Mona Lisa, that one. Yeah, he's that guy. He's Mona Lisa.
I want to say
only more annoying if that's possible.
He's so much of an asshole that I would want to hang out with them. He's hilariously entertaining.
Oh, I would absolutely want to hang out with Jean-Ralphio. You know why? Because he's hilarious. Oh yeah, dude. Like, I still remember, okay, my favorite Jean-Ralphio moment. Well, actually, okay. I have 3 favorite Jean-Ralphio moments, but I'm going to mention just one of them. This one favorite Jean-Ralphio moment is, remember when he gets that, like they bring him in for an interview or whatever at that accounting firm, and he's like walking through, and like at the very end, they're like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, I have no experience. I have no idea what any of that is that you just said. I know none of this. And he's like, get out, you're fired. He's like, yeah, that's a good call. Is this way out? Someone else I came in? And it's like, that moment, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Him in that.
Yeah. But I would love to hang out with him for that reason.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why? He's also not going to show up pressure points.
There are people like that can be assholes that you can hang out with. But these types of qualities here, these are the deal breakers.
Absolutely.
All right, now our final one
100%.
that I have. 100%. This is going to be our shirt reveal of the day too. Which is people who say the mountains are their backyard. So
yeah, unless you live in the fucking mountains, don't say that shit.
Specifically has this idea that they think they're California. Have you noticed this? I first mentioned it on the Happy Valley Hate episode.
I have, yeah.
But I mean, Utah's just a shitty, ultra conservative version of California that's not next to an ocean. The thing is, it does have the smog going for it. Yeah, so I mean, so it's kind of like California
Sure. I mean,
in
there's
all
that.
the bad aspects.
Congrats, I guess.
But every time, you bring up, like, you talk about companies in like Silicon Valley, everyone feels the need to bring up the Silicon slopes and just act like, well, yeah, they may,
oh yeah,
Silicon Valley and the ocean and like a million other cool things and their own set of mountains, but we have the Silicon slopes and some booming industry there, and the mountains here are really nice, and skiing.
And skiing. And skiing isn't the worst. It's just freezing and your balls fall off. Like, that's the thing. I'm sorry, but like, for me, it's like, who the fuck wants to ski? Like, who wakes up in the morning and thinks to themselves, you know what I really want to do today? I want to go down a freezing mountain in not enough gear, freeze my absolute ass off, and still get a sunburn. That's what I want to do today.
Or whatever.
No, and you know
what about snowboarding?
Is
snowboarding different to you?
Fuck skiing.
Because I had it's so funny because I had a
no, they're the same fucking thing. One sideways
that I acquired a while ago. I never went snowboarding, but I just was just had them kind of hanging around Gameway. But I always thought, like, if there was something I was gonna do in Utah, if it wasn't skiing, I was gonna snowboard. But I just never got around to it, or I just didn't have enough drive, type of thing, to just do it.
Well, I mean,
but yeah, people who say that mountains are their backyard,
it's the worst.
Kids from California, like, they never say, like, oh yeah, the ocean's my backyard, type of thing. But here, everyone always acts like the mountains are their backyard. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I'm always going hiking.
I mean,
and it's like, no, you're not. You just go like once a year, post some pictures on Facebook of you,
and you're just
overlooking the Y and Provo, and that's really about it. So,
and then you pretend like you're deep with all your dumbass pictures in like the in like the black and white.
I made a shirt, and it's one of those like those, like, I guess I would have to call this Pinteresty type shirt if I had to describe it. And it says "The mountains are my backyard" on it, and it has like a compass and like arrows and like mountains, and like where the is, there's a sun. It's hilarious. So you can check this out at the MCS1show.com and buy this and check out. Yeah. Awesome. And so I made this ironically, but I have a feeling when I start running ads for it, people are going to buy it literally thinking that they're like promoting this idea. And I kind of I don't know. To me, it would be fun to see.
I hope they do think that.
Like, seriously wearing my shirts. Like, that would just that's what I know I've won the parody war. Make my freaking day. All right, everyone, that's our show. I want to thank Caleb Hennon for coming on. And until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.
Thank you for listening to the MCS1 Show. For episodes on society and counterculture, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. For regular updates, show notes, and links, head to the MCS1show.com or search AOL keyword MCS1.